A woman of strong convictions with a deep sense of civic responsibility, Kathleen C. Ridder has made a lasting impact at the University of Minnesota. Kathleen's history with the university began in 1943 when she moved to Minnesota from the East Coast. She attended the Duluth State Teachers College and experienced athletics for the first time in the state of Minnesota.
I went up to a basketball game in Eveleth, Minnesota with my husband, which was not what we usually did. We usually went to see hockey games, but there was a basketball game at the same time in Eveleth. So I was sitting in the stands and watching it happened to be a it was a men's basketball game. And there were the women cheerleaders cheering the men on. And I turned to the women on my left and said to her, "When do the women or the girls play basketball?" Oh, and she said, "They have no sports like that." I said, "They don't?" And she said, "No." I said, "Where I came from, I played basketball."
As an advisor to and advocate for the University of Minnesota for more than 5 decades, Kathleen has been a strong, passionate voice for excellence and equality for university student athletes. In 1983, she made history by establishing the first ever endowed scholarship for female student athletes at the University of Minnesota. Since then, 36 young women have been recipients of the Kathleen C. Ridder Scholarship.
Obviously, being on the advisory council, we had to raise a certain amount of money. So I said that I would like to give a scholarship. And eventually, my husband and myself got involved in athletics. And he saw his daughter, who was the oldest of our 4 children, didn't have the opportunities that his 3 sons had. And that convinced him that he really and truly, he became very interested then in women's athletics.
The entire campus community has benefited from Kathleen's generosity. Her leadership roles include work for the University Children's Foundation and service on the University of Minnesota Foundation Board of Trustees. She has also served on the Joint Task Force on Alumni Development and the Women's Health Fund. In addition, Kathleen supported the restoration of East Cliff, both as a donor and volunteer. She has also supported scholarships and facilities for intercollegiate athletics. In 1993 and 1994, she co-chaired the university's Sports Facilities Campaign. Later that decade, Kathleen and her late husband Robert brought their enthusiasm and influence to bear on the dream of establishing women's hockey at the University of Minnesota.
It's wonderful, and I must say, it's sort of really more in a way in remembrance of my husband. He was a great friend of John Mariucci's, and John is our 3rd son's godfather. So somehow it was really wonderful to have him so interested in athletics, in hockey, to have an arena, which he did obviously for me, to name for him and what he contributed to the development of hockey and the development of women's hockey.
In 2002, the completion of Ridder Arena further cemented the place of women's hockey on the university landscape. Part of a combined hockey-tennis facility, Ridder Arena was made possible by a major gift from the Ridder family.
I'm proud of what the university has done. It's been a leader. It had its own department. It's continued on under Joe Maturi, and I think it will continue on. I hope that they keep this focus.
Kathleen's passion and enthusiasm serve as great inspiration to all who support excellence and opportunity for student athletes. Her generous financial support and courageous leadership have ensured her a rich and lasting legacy at the University of Minnesota. Intercollegiate Athletics is proud to honor Kathleen C. Ridder with the 2004 Directors Award.